Yo, what's going on everybody, Chillcat Game here, welcome back to the channel. Today we're checking out the TLX 1982 Special by 82 Studio. We actually have two versions of this truck. On the left, you can see we have the nice and, brand new looking truck with all the nice paint and everything. And then on the right, we have a version that, it looks like it's been in a barn for a while. As you can see, it's seen better days. So without further ado, let's check these trucks out in the store. So if you go into mods and DLCs or the cars category, here you will find it, the TLX 1982 Special and the TLX 1982 Patina version. Now the Patina version is the beat up version, as you can see, and then the Special version is, just the new version. And then the rest of the stuff through here, we have an old flatbed, we have a skate bed, and then a service bed through here, which I feel that will be very popular. So that is all of your beds. Customization between the Special and the Patina version is very, very similar. In fact, I believe it is exactly the same. So we're only going to be looking at the 1982 Special Edition today. So let's start in here. We have a base horsepower rating of 480. We have a manual transmission, 120 liters of fuel, 74 miles an hour, weighs 7.9 tons. And, is that classic wheels? I don't know. I've never known what that wheel thing is. As far as the configuration and the configurations options, we have standard, open frame, workhorse, limited, vintage, and then back to standard. As far as engine configurations go, we have the TLX 1982 4.3 liter, and then we have the LH version of the 4.3 liter, which is going to be transfer with low and high transmission. And then we have the 5.7 liter, and then back to the 4.3 liter. As far as wheel brands go, we have Lizard, Lizard Forestry, BKT, Nokian, Continental, Michelin, Off-Road, Swamp, and then back to Lizard. And then as far as wheel setups go, under Lizard, we have standard, classic rims, design 1, design 2, wide tires, classic rims 2, design 1, 2, design 2, 2, rear twin wheels 2, classic rims 3, and then back to standard. And as far as wheel configurations go, we have standard, classic rims, design 1, design 2, wide tires, classic rims 2, design 1, 2, design 2, 2, rear twin wheels 2, classic rims 3, then back to standard. As far as packages go, we have standard, design 1, design 2, design 3, design 4, and then back to standard. As far as interior colors go, we have standard, limited, vintage, dark, design 1, design 2, design 3, design 4, and then back to standard. As far as side wood goes, as you can see, it is blank down the side there, and if we turn side wood on, that's going to give you, side wood. And then under the hood option here, we have standard and then design 1. So that is going to change sort of your thing on the hood, the cool thing. As far as your bumper goes, we have standard, design 1, which is, look mean. Design 2, design 3, design 4, and then back to standard. As far as cabin extras go, that is going to be basically your cabin designs. We have standard, design 1, which is going to give you a big looking horn on the front. Design 2, let's see, what does that change? Oh, design 2 seems to give you a step on the side, so if you go to design 2, you can see that there is a step that appears there. And then for design 3, we have both the step and the horns up front, so basically 1 and 2 combined. And then back to standard. And then visors. And then as far as visors go, this is going to be the visor on the top of the cab, up top of the windshield. So we have no, yes, design 1, design 2, design 3, and then back to no. And then as far as color sets go, we have the standard, which is nothing, and then limited, which is, looking nice. We got the red with the white stripe on there. Put the wood on there down the side and it looked awesome. And then we have vintage, which is sort of a white tan-ish and then a gray-ish black. And then dark, which is, look at this. Well, it's dark, isn't it? Yes, it is. So, metals type, this is going to change the sort of styling of the metal around the truck. So we've got standard, and we've got limited, vintage, dark, which is, would blend in with the dark there. We've got dark 2, and then back to standard. And then as far as bed extras go, we have no, roll bar, topper, and then back to no. As far as exhaust go, we have right, both, double right, both 2, which is going to be 2 exhausts on both sides, and then back to right. And then we have a daylight option here. If anybody knows what this is, leave it in the comment section below, but we have no or yes, and it is $200. And then as far as lights go, this is going to be special lighting. So we have no, emergency bar, bumper, roll bar, combo number 1, combo number 2, combo number 3, and then back to no. As far as mirrors go, we have standard, towing mirrors, and then back to standard. And then here's the last option. We have the winch, which requires the bumper. So make sure you have a bumper option on here, not just the standard. So we have no, yes, and it is a $2,500 winch. As far as color options go, we have principal, which is going to change the color of the truck. So the main color through there, and the stripe color, let's change it to a bright blue, and then it's going to be the stripe down the truck. And if you have the bed on there, it will also go down the back if you have the standard option. And then topper, I'm not quite sure what this does. This is, I don't know. We'll change it to yellow, because I don't know. So then extras, this is going to change the bumper color, I do believe, if I remember correctly. So we'll set it to a bright yellow. Yep, there it is. Ugliest bumper color ever, in my opinion. And then rim color, we can change it to, well, whatever color we want. We'll pick a cone orange sand. There we go. So there's all of your color options. And then, of course, your license plate. Moving on to the flatbeds, we have design. We have design 1, design 2, design 3, design 4, design 5, and then back to design 1. As far as lights go, we have no or yes. As far as the principal color goes, same with the truck. It is going to change the main color, so your sort of, not the bed, but yeah. Moving over to the 1982 stake bed, this also weighs 1 ton and has a base price of $10,000. Configurations, we have a default of all doors, forged transport, unrealistic forged transport, liquid tank, livestock transport, and then back to standard. As far as storage capacity goes through here, we have 10 to 7,300 liters of capacity. Like we said, it weighs 1 ton. Holds 4 cows, 8 pigs, 8 sheep, and 3 horses. Moving over to the 1982 service bed, this thing will hold 4,500 liters by default, and it also weighs 1 ton. Configuration, we have standard, unreal capacity, which is going to be 45,000 liters, and then back to standard. As far as decorative elements go, we have no and yes, so that is going to be all of your everything up top. As far as racks go, we have no or yes, and that is going to be the rack up top. As far as vinyls go down the side, we have no. Design 1, which is going to be a John Deere 9R. Design 2, which is going to be a case. And then the third one, which is going to be a Kubota. The fourth one, which is going to be a New Holland Combine. Then Design 5, which is going to be Massey Ferguson. Design 6, which is going to be Volvo. And then back to no. As far as light options go, we have no, beacons, work lights, both, and then back to no. And then similar color options with the truck, we have the principal color, which is going to be sort of the main color. So we have a blue there, we'll put a blue there. Then rack, which is going to change your rack color, so we'll set that to an orange. And that is your color options. And then obviously your license plate down below. Now that we're done looking at it in the store, let's go ahead and let's walk around it. As you can see, I have the winch on here, the TLX emblem right there, looking real nice. Then we have the grill and the headlights looking fresh. And then we have the awesome hood decoration right there. Don't quite know what that's called exactly, but I know what it is. 1982 special logo down the side. And then we have the big boy wheels. Then we have the standard mirrors, old door handles. We even have everything to the door locks on here. So keep that in mind when you think of this detail. Then we have, all of your tools and everything on here. We have service doors. We have our nice wheels. And then we have our rack along with our back. We got all of our lights nice and detailed through here. Look at that chrome. Look at it. Super cool. And then on this side, pretty much the same story. We have our rack with all of our ladders and everything. 1982 special logo with mirrors. And then we have the door handle right here along with the lock. Just so y'all can see what's on top of this thing, let's climb on the hood, and you can see that we have some ladders up here. How many ladders we got? Looks like we got just 2, maybe 3. As far as the interior modeling goes, we have everything from the door locks, like I mentioned earlier. We have the door handles. We have the crank windows, as a matter of fact. We have the parking brake down there, which is a pedal, and then looks like a pull to release or push to release or whatever. We have a button down there. Don't quite know what that's for, but it's for something. Then we have quite a bit of a horn. Yeah. So then we have our shifter going down the right side. We have our turn signals. And look at that lever. It even moves. So we got our gas and brake down there. We even got a shifter that animates. Got our seat belts. Look at this nice interior and everything. Got our radio. our glove box, and much, much more. We even have interior lights up here. So, with that being said, let's go ahead. Yeah, I know, we're about to start it up. And let's start it up. Alright, so listen to this monster. Now tell me that doesn't sound cool, because you can't. And lights is no problem on this thing. As you can see, the headlights are insanely bright. Look at that, even on the bumper. We've got our clearance lights up there, and then in the rear, we have our bright backup lights. Looks like backup lights, might be backup lights, might not be. Then we have our turn signals and everything, and then our tail lights. It's just awesome. And then the patina version of this does actually sound a little bit different, so we'll take a quick walk around of it. Looking super cool. We got the exhaust down there and everything. We got, oh, it's looking so beat up and rusty and everything. It needs restored, fresh out of a barn. So let's go in here, let's go to the outside, and let's start this one up. Now that one just sounds crazy, like an old truck should. And then the lights on this thing are just as scary. Look how bright that is. We got our lights up top, and then in the rear, we got our tail lights, which appear to be LEDs-ish, but they're not. And then we have our bed light up top, and then we have our, well, tail lights. But other than that, that is going to wrap up today's video. If you enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already. As always, I have a link to the channel Discord server in the description below. With that being said, hope you have a great day, and I'll see you next time.